Hi everybody, it's Mrs. J again, and boy, we've been doing lots of videos. I hope everyone is doing well and has been enjoying my videos. So we've been talking a lot about how to get along with each other, with the group plan, and being a family. I hope everyone is using those belly breaths, I statements, counting. And I hope everyone got to see the Cookie Monster video. We want it, because a lot of times we do want things. Today we're going to talk about size of the problem. We all have problems and we react to them with different feelings. And sometimes we overreact. Sometimes we have a problem and we accidentally hit or yell or cry, where you have to really stop and think about the size of the problem, and then that helps you solve it better and it helps you deal with it. So today here's my chart. All right, so we have, this is a number 1 through 10. Okay, we're only going to think about 3 numbers. We're going to talk about 1, which is small problem, 5, which is medium problem, and 10, which is big problem, and what that all means. Okay, and as you can see, a lot of times it's green means you know, of course, as it gets more difficult to handle, a lot of times they're red, like red choices, you know, which we don't want to use any of those. All right, so to start, 10 is definitely a huge problem, like gigantic, like you need lots of help, a lot of people to help you. It might also can last for days even. Sometimes the problems are that big. When a problem is 5, it is a problem that you might need some help. You might be able to handle it yourself, but you need to ask for help. And it could be short or long of a problem. And also, number 1 is a problem that you can handle yourself. It sometimes involves just 1 or 2 people, or sometimes it only lasts for a minute. That's how short the problem is. So I have my helper doing my video, and she's going to help me come up with ideas for the different sizes of the problem. So we're going to start with 10, the big problem. If you remember, it's gigantic. It's a huge problem. Can we have an idea for a huge problem, Natalia?
What about a fire?
Oh, definitely. A fire is a huge problem. We cannot handle that ourselves. We need a lot of help for that one, and you are in danger. So that is definitely huge. Can we have another idea?
What about someone running into the street?
Oh, okay. I'm going to write running in street. Yep. You might have to yell, "Hey, Mom, so-and-so's running in the street. They can get hit by a car." Again, it's a big problem. Needs to be handled right away, and you definitely need help. What's another idea of a problem that could be a 10?
Someone hurting me?
Oh, definitely. If someone's hurting you, like hitting you or whatever, or planning on hurting you, you definitely need to ask for help. You don't want to handle it yourself and get into a fight. Do we have another idea?
Maybe when grandma or grandpa is very sick?
Oh, okay. When a family member is sick. Yeah, because that can last a hard time. I know sometimes we think, okay, they're sick, I'm going to be okay. But it could be a huge problem because you don't understand and you're feeling very sad. And that you need definitely help with. Is there any other ideas?
Maybe when I feel really sick?
Yep, like if you're about to throw up or whatever, you might ask for some help right away. Like in school, we go to the nurse when we're feeling very sick. So that's definitely a huge problem. We definitely want help with that. Any other ideas?
Maybe one more. What if one of my pet passed away?
Oh, yes. If your pet dies, it is very sad, and we need help with that. Those are some good ideas of huge problems. One thing you can do for me is you can come up with some other number 10 ideas, or if you had to deal with that and how you got the help from everybody. All right, so the next one is a 5, which is a medium problem. So it's something that you probably need some help. Natalia, can we have another idea for number 5?
What about when my homework is really hard and difficult?
Oh yeah, we always say first try to do your homework, but if you need help, that's okay. I also tell students when they come to my room, sometimes we need help with our problems, and that's part of my job, helping kids with their problems so they're happy in school, and also now so you're happy at home. So yes, that's a 5. Sometimes we need help with that. Can we have another idea?
Yeah, sometimes I get into an argument with a friend and it makes me very sad.
Oh yes, when we have problems with friends or family, and yeah, you can maybe handle it yourself, but then you might need some help because your feelings are really hurt and you're kind of confused what to do, and it's okay to ask for help when you feel very sad. Can we have another idea?
Sometimes I try to put Legos together and sometimes it just doesn't turn out like my big brother or sisters.
Oh, yes, when we are making things such, I'll put Legos for an idea, but yeah, if we're doing stuff like Legos or putting a puzzle together, and you're trying and trying, always remember, try first, but it's okay to ask for help. Definitely a number 5, you can ask for help if you're getting frustrated. Do we have any other ideas?
Yeah, last one, having a hard time falling asleep at night.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes, like we were talking about last week, feeling worried, and we're worried, well, before we go to bed because it's quiet and we're thinking about things. So if you have a hard time sleeping, and again, if you're feeling worried and you're trying to do it yourself and it's just not helping, it's okay to ask for help. That's definitely a number 5. So now we come to a number 1, and a number 1 are definitely problems you can handle yourself. Can you give me, Natalia, another idea?
Like my pencil tip breaks.
Oh yes, we all know your pencil breaks. Guess what? You can go get another one, or you could go sharpen it. Might be a little frustrating, but definitely you can handle it yourself. Do we have another idea?
Yeah, last week someone cut me in line while I was waiting.
Oh, yes, we definitely get upset when people cut in line. And you know what? I know sometimes you just have to be the nice person and say, it's okay, let that person cut in line. You could also tell them, hey, you're cutting in line. Do you mind moving to where you're supposed to be? And if they're not listening, just let them cut in line. It's okay. It's a small problem. It's not something to get upset about. You're all going to get to the place all together eventually. Do we have another idea?
Sometimes it frustrates me when I'm not the first person in line.
Oh, yes. We were talking about that the other day when we were saying it's okay not to be first, because we can't be first at everything. Like we were talking about in my previous videos, we can't all fit out the door at the same time. We can't all get served food at the same time. Parents only have 2 arms, not 10, so we can't always be first. So we know that's a small problem, that we can just do our belly breaths and tell ourselves it's okay not to be first. That's also what cutting in line. Say, you just could tell yourself, it's okay, I don't have to be that person, and I can let someone in line. Do we have another idea?
Yeah, what if something happens when I'm working with someone I don't like?
Okay, so that does help. I'm going to write don't like. So sometimes, we end up having to do stuff with people that aren't our friends, especially when we are in class or in large groups. We have to do things together, and we're not always with our friends. So, again, using those belly breaths and telling ourselves, it's going to be okay. I can do it. And do we have another idea for number 1?
I really don't like it when my markers dry up.
Oh, yeah, me too, especially this one. So again, something that gets us frustrated, and we might just, again, need to use our belly breaths and tell ourselves, it's okay, I can solve the problem. Do we have any other ideas?
A mistake on a math problem?
Oh, it's kind of like our homework. Sometimes we get upset when it's not going the way we want it to. So we can just say we make mistakes, and that's okay. We all make mistakes, and you can tell yourself, again, it's okay. Do we have one more idea?
Yeah, sometimes I get really frustrated when I don't get to go play outside because it's raining.
Oh, and I know, making this video, it's been raining a lot. So, yes, sometimes we don't get to do what we want to do. And again, gotta tell ourselves it's okay. Take belly breaths. So the thing is, what we talked about with these three things, the feelings that we have. And some of the feelings we can have is you could feel frustrated. You can feel sad. You can feel mad. You can feel worried. You can feel disappointed. And you can have more than one feeling at the same time. But we all know our uncomfortable feelings that we have. So when we're dealing with our problems, we get these uncomfortable feelings, and we have to remember all the things we've been talking about in the video. Let's see, if I couldn't remember them all myself, from taking belly breaths, saying I statements, counting, sometimes telling ourselves it's going to be okay. And of course, you can always ask for help. And that's why we know medium problems, it's okay to ask for help. Of course, these huge, gigantic problems, we definitely need help. But if they are the smaller problems, the one, it's okay. Try to handle it yourself. And I know you can do it because we're all getting older and becoming more responsible. So today, we discussed size of the problem, and we've been talking a lot about uncomfortable feelings and how to handle that. So I hope everybody's been practicing those things. And always, I even forgot one thing. You can go play with your toys to make you feel better. I know personally, I like to listen to music. That always makes me feel better. So do things that make you feel better when you have those uncomfortable feelings. And remember, you can always ask for help. Well, that concludes my video. Remember, you can comment it on below. You can also send me an email or a video. You could talk about, if you had a 10, a 5, or a 1 problem and what you did to solve the problem. And next week is going to be my last video, and we're going to make stuff. So I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.